Imagine this. You're standing still. The ground feels solid. The sky is calm. And then, without warning, everything moves. Not slowly, not gently, instantly. For 5 seconds, Earth stops spinning. You don't hear an alarm. You don't see a countdown. There is no flash in the sky. But in that single moment, the planet betrays everything you thought was stable, because Earth never truly rests. Right now, at this very second, the planet beneath your feet is spinning at over 1,600 kilometers per hour at the equator. You don't feel it. You never notice it. Gravity and inertia carry you along like a passenger on a perfectly smooth ride, until the ride suddenly slams on the brakes. This is the story of what would happen if Earth abruptly stopped spinning for just 5 seconds. 5 seconds that would permanently scar the planet. 5 seconds that civilization would never forget. To understand the consequences, we must first understand the motion we take for granted. Earth's rotation is not just a detail, it is a foundation. It shapes day and night, it drives winds and ocean currents, it stabilizes weather systems, it even subtly shapes the planet's bulge at the equator. Everything on the surface, oceans, buildings, trees, aircraft, people, is moving eastward together in a delicate balance. But momentum has memory, and if Earth stops, everything else does not. The instant rotation halts, the planet freezes, but its contents keep going at over 1,000 kilometers per hour. In the first fraction of a second, the ground beneath you stops. Your body does not. You are thrown eastward with violent force, faster than the strongest hurricane winds ever recorded. No human could remain standing. People are launched, vehicles become projectiles, buildings experience forces they were never designed to withstand. Entire cities are scoured. The violence depends on where you are. Near the equator, the effect is catastrophic. At higher latitudes, it is still devastating, but slightly less extreme. But nowhere on Earth is safe. The atmosphere continues moving. Air doesn't stop just because the planet does. The result is instant, planet-wide winds moving at supersonic speeds relative to the ground. These winds flatten forests, peel roofs from buildings, sandblast landscapes bare. The sound alone would be unimaginable. A continuous global roar, louder than any storm, louder than any explosion. And then come the oceans. Water has mass, water has momentum. The oceans surge eastward, no longer held in place by Earth's rotation. Mega tsunamis race across continents, not waves measured in meters, but in kilometers. Coastlines vanish. Entire islands are erased. Low-lying regions are drowned in seconds. The seafloor is exposed in some places, buried in others. And all of this is happening at once. The planet has not exploded, but life on its surface is being torn apart. This is not chaos. It is physics, unfolding without mercy. Now, consider the sky. Earth's rotation helps shape the movement of air masses. When it stops, global wind patterns collapse. Jet streams vanish, weather systems fracture, clouds are ripped apart, rain becomes erratic and violent. In those 5 seconds, the atmosphere is thrown into complete disarray. And beneath it all, the crust of the Earth feels the shock. The sudden stop sends stress waves through the lithosphere. Fault lines shift. Earthquakes erupt, not in one region but across the globe. Volcanoes destabilize. Magma chambers are shaken, some pushed past the point of containment. The planet groans under the strain, but then, after 5 seconds, it starts spinning again, and that may be the cruelest part. When rotation resumes, it does not gently ease back into motion. It snaps. The surface lurches once more, this time westward. Survivors who somehow endured the first shock are hit again. Loose debris is hurled back across the ground. The oceans respond again, sloshing violently in the opposite direction. A second wave of tsunamis collides with the first. Continents do not move, but everything on them does. Aftershocks ripple through the crust. The atmosphere struggles to re-establish balance, and when the motion finally stabilizes, the world is unrecognizable. Cities lie in ruins. Coastlines have been redrawn. Entire ecosystems are gone. But the damage doesn't stop there, because Earth's rotation does more than move the surface. It helps hold the planet's shape. Without rotation, even briefly, the slight equatorial bulge relaxes. When spinning resumes, stress builds again. This redistribution of mass affects Earth's gravitational field. Satellites fall out of orbit. GPS systems fail. global communication networks collapse, astronomy notices the change immediately. Earth's orientation wobbles, the length of the day is altered by milliseconds, but enough to matter. Timekeeping systems must be recalibrated, but for humanity, time is no longer the concern. Survival is, agriculture is devastated, saltwater floods fertile land. Soil is stripped away by winds, irrigation systems are destroyed, global food supply chains collapse within weeks. Mass migrations begin, not millions, billions. Disease spreads through displaced populations. Governments fall, borders lose meaning. And all of this traces back to 5 seconds, just 5. In Earth's long history, the planet has endured asteroid impacts, supervolcanoes, and ice ages. But a sudden stop in rotation is something else entirely. It is a violation of the planet's most basic rhythm. In reality, nothing we know could stop Earth like this without tearing it apart. The energy required is beyond comprehension, and yet imagining it reveals something profound. We live on a moving world. A fragile balance of forces keeps everything stable. We feel solid ground, but it is an illusion maintained by motion. If that motion changes, even briefly, everything changes with it. Civilization exists not because Earth is calm, but because it is consistent. So the next time you watch the sun rise or feel the wind on your face, remember this: you are standing on a planet hurtling through space, spinning at incredible speed. And everything you depend on survives because that spin never stops. But what if it didn't start again? What if Earth stopped spinning forever?